We are live. Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. I'm Priscilla. Welcome to what is our show? The Crone Zone Conversations with the
Good.
Ancients. And we have a special guest today, the incredible Scott Allen from Spiritual
Incredible.
Medicine.
Oh,
The incredible Scott. And of course, I'm
yeah.
here with my sidekick, Heather. And we're going to do maybe some talk about reincarnation today. We're not quite sure where we're going to go, but if you have any questions, be sure and ask.
Yeah,
Wherever it rolls. I had such
Wherever
a
it rolls.
yeah, we're
I
good
had
with
such a
that.
great time last time talking about past lives and whatnot. So we'll see where this plays out.
Yeah, I haven't had any recent information about past lives on myself at all. How about you?
Never,
Never.
never.
Maybe we should look at you. It looks like Epiphany's here. Hi, Epiphany. Welcome. And welcome to
Where?
all of our, You Are the Oracle is Miss Epiphany.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
it
welcome
shows
to Facebook
shows me
and
there's 6 here or watching or whatever. Oh, there we go.
great.
There's Chris. Oh, I
Um,
read this last
Thanks,
time.
Tracy.
There we go.
yay, yay. We got Chris MK. Yay.
Oh, well,
Where it
ours
go?
is going up over here, so I
So,
guess.
Chris, yes, it is. There you go.
Oh, there
It just
goes.
took it a minute. And Warrior Girls here. Great.
Great.
So, it's going to
Well,
be past life days, guys. If
whatever
you
you
have any
want.
questions, we can maybe read you guys or,
He's really
or
good
each
at it, and
other.
I can get going when he starts.
Me too.
Well,
Once he starts,
you
I can kick
do
in.
you have anything you need to say about your consciousness or thoughts and experiences about the possibility of past lives within your own life?
Well, I've experienced a couple of past lives so far. One in Egypt, one, I believe it was New York, and there was a third one, and I have no idea where that was. But one of them, I was on the steps of a, what's the word?
Temple.
Temple in Egypt, wearing a big hat, and I think I was a giant. I was very, very tall, and I was watching them. Sounds so crazy. I was watching a spaceship put the gold cap on the large pyramid as I was standing, and it was green. It was not sand. It was all lush greenery. And like I said, I was on a huge temple, the steps of a temple, but that's as far as I got with it.
And the
It's
only thing I
fascinating.
really know is that I always adored the music of Chopin. And it didn't matter if I'd ever heard it before or not. I knew when it was his. And I finally was told, well, that's because I was George Sand's,
His lover.
his lover.
Hmm.
So
So of
interesting.
course, I know all his stuff.
I know she loves Chopin, always
Oh, I
has,
can listen to it forever.
even before we heard of it.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
crazy.
I know,
Yeah.
isn't
I
that
mean,
crazy? What
through
about
my
you?
own through my own experiences, I mean, you start delving into things once you look back at your life, as we're older, what we've experienced. And I believe, like, even though we don't remember these things, that we have, let's say we've had 300 lives, right?
Right.
All those lives are subconsciously moving in us, a dimensional way, guiding us through our intuition.
I agree
To
too.
put
I
us
think
in,
Yeah.
it's our
to put us
subconscious.
through, yeah, to put us through who we need to be with, to have children, to marry, to date, work, whatever the place may be. But we're put in these certain ways because it's just our intuition and our guidance from all these other lives we've experienced. We want to, meet up with this soul again, and date, marry, have a learning lesson, and through either the regressions or speaking with Bob, the Akashic Bob, or my own intuition, you start looking back like, oh, you know, I've had my 2 children with my ex-wife. I had to learn a lesson, about marriage or dating with her, but I've seen my current children in another past life.
Isn't that
They came
interesting?
back to me, and I lost them early to disease. Well, this time,
Oh,
that's what was my senses with that. I've had many, according to Bob, and I sensed it too, but I've had many military type experiences. So I joined the military, but I may have passed from battle or whatever, so my senses drew me to get out and finish a karmic debt with my father.
right.
Right.
So I ended up going back to the family farm. That's the way it all played out. My plan was to go to college, use the GI Bill. Well, that never
Right.
played out because my dad needed someone back at the farm. He asked me to come back. So it's like,
That was interesting because
Yeah.
I actually did the same sort of thing with my mother. I was living in England, but I knew that I needed, well, my husband and I both understood that we had to come back for karmic debt with her. And that's what we did. That's why we moved to Texas. And I stayed there for so long. But I also had another past life that Gene, our son psychic Gene, found that where I was the assistant to Nostradamus. And after I had that with her, I was his assistant. He was going in and out of dimensions, and I would keep him grounded. I was his helper. I was his scribe. I did everything for him. It played out again with my husband, who was he was
oh yeah,
Leo, the one that was out there. He was
right.
a psychic medium. He didn't do it for pay or anything like that, but he was very in touch. And I was his muse, his assistant. It played
You wrote
out
down
all over
everything.
again. It was amazing. And Gene
Yeah,
brought that out.
Yeah.
yeah. I
And
remember listening to that one, and
Yeah.
and the whole time I'm like, yep,
Yep.
I
Yep.
totally agreed. I was sensing,
yeah.
I was feeling. I'm like, yeah, there was like an assistant. There was, yeah, it was crazy.
It was very
Yeah.
cool.
And we've been together through lots of lifetimes.
Yeah, at least we've had those messages, and
Yeah.
from Gene as well as from my husband. 5.
Right.
5. I just got 5.
Interesting.
At least.
I would
At
say
least.
5 at least, but and I don't know how many my husband and I had together because
And even I've
7.
had a lifetime with him.
I think 7.
could be
Yeah.
I was getting 7 here.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
don't
lot
know.
of karma to keep coming back again and again and again.
I'm ready
I
to
think-
not come back.
I don't think it's our karma. I think it's Earth's karma. We keep coming back to help Earth.
Yeah, that's what we understand. We keep coming
Mhm.
back to help her.
Yeah, it's not so much
Hmm.
us. We just choose to be with each other.
I have no idea. I'm sure part of it's karma because that's how this universe works. So
Mhm.
Well, it's more of a collective soul energy once you enlighten yourself.
Mhm.
mhm.
When you become more aware, more in tuned, you help a collective universal energy through spirit. I mean, that also does help Earth because it's connective energy.
Mhm.
I'm sensing it's more of when you
Oh,
get
it's also raising the vibration,
Yeah.
helping to raise the vibration of humanity. Absolutely.
yeah,
Because we're all one and we have to help each other for all of us to
To get to
ascend.
be one.
yeah, that helps when you're more in love and light, when you're connected to spirit, more either in tune people or psychic, whatever. It helps everything.
It
The
helps
collective
everything.
energy. Yeah. Well, Earth is
Well-
included to it, but it feels more of a because we need to raise everyone's vibration to help the
The
universe.
collective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that helps more.
Probably the universal collective as well as the earth collective when you think
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But to me, my sense is it's a Earth will take care of itself.
She will.
Right now with all the volcanoes, it's just a balancing act. Unfortunately, some people are going to have affected by it. But it's more of a soul collective that we need more so, because then it ultimately balances Earth too. We need to
Exactly.
work on these souls. These people that are oof, there was a. I know you want to bring up politics, but there's this lady at the rally and just off the crazy nuts that she was saying that Steve Bannon is bringing out this beautiful energy of justice and everything is true. And I'm like, oh my God, these people. So these are the people we need to help. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I
One-
learned to do that during shutdown. I was so upset with 45 and how the world had turned, and I was so angry all the time. I realized the only way to get through it was to change it and send him unconditional love. And I have to say, it took me a while to get there, but now it's easy because you know what? That's the only thing that can change anything is unconditional love. And those
Correct.
crazies, those mean, horrible, nasty, crazy people, they need it more than any of us
because they don't know.
because
what it
they don't
is.
know what it is. They're not
No.
familiar with it. All they know is greed and anger and
Yep.
that sort of stuff,
yeah,
which is pretty sad.
it's not higher enlightenment when you're believing lies. You're not digesting the proper intuitiveness of higher consciousness feeling. So usually what I do is I just kind of facepalm, just go, oh my God, these people. And then love and light, see it, please see it.
We turned off the television.
Yeah.
Pure and simple, we don't watch anything anymore, except for I sneak watch my political readers on YouTube. But I try to not do it a lot because it really upsets me. That kind of energy that's out there, it upsets me so much. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to bring my energy down like that. And there's a lot of people that can read on politics and it doesn't affect their energy whatsoever. And I see those people out there and high on, but it doesn't work for me that way because
well, it's important too. It's important too.
It is important. I just can't do it. That's not
right. As long as you stay focused, you know, on the mission, don't let it accept you, because when you put out this information of politics in a proper way, it brings people faith too, and it really helps. It really helps understand the patience of everything too.
That's true.
Because that's one of the hardest things us Earth beings need to learn is patience. Nothing happens in an instant, right? You know, if you want to get the perfect job, if you want to get the perfect job, you have to apply, you have to search, and they have to do other, you know, interviews. And you, in that time of patience, you project confidence in that you are going to get it.
That's absolutely right.
So if you don't get it, you focus on the next one, and it's
then I figure out something better's coming along. If I don't get that particular thing, I always think, fine, whatever's coming next has got to be better.
Yeah,
that's the higher learning of us is be patient and not jumping to reactions.
Yeah,
and staying high vibration.
Yeah.
So like everything we've ever dreamed about or have fascinations about, like Heather was saying with music, this is all part of a past life. You have dreams of floating in space. Well, we were space creatures. We've been there, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
To me, it's not necessarily past. It's just in a different time frame because everything's happening at one
simultaneously. Time. Yeah. So yeah, I agree. It's concurrent lives, not past or.
Yeah, because I have a house in Italy in some lifetime, and I've walked through it in dreams. But
cool, let's go.
I would love to. It's a nice house.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
Our next trip.
I don't know where that one goes. But,
you know, yeah, and like in 1986, I got offered to play basketball on a sports tour, and it was into Ireland. And where I got placed in a home to stay there for this tour and to play a basketball tournament, it felt like I was there before. It was really weird. You know, and then with my own senses and even with Bob, he said I had a past life in Ireland, and I was a farmer, right?
Cool.
And I swear I stayed right across the street from that property. Is that kind of feeling?
Probably did. You
Yeah.
Because
probably did.
it was out of town where we stayed. Everyone else stayed in town, but I was staying out of town, like 5 miles. And right across from this little property was a working farm. And it felt like I really wanted to visit it, but it didn't work out. But it's just those little things, like
Yeah.
I've been
It's
there.
kind of like when I was a kid, we went down south and we were shown through one of these plantation houses, and they were taking us upstairs and they were showing us some things, and but there's a trap door over there. Well, nobody heard me, but I know there was a trap door over there. Now it's not there now. It's been covered over. But I know at one time there was a trap door over there in that one spot. So I know I've been there before.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. That was the one that the servants
Deja vus.
Yeah. So, I mean, I knew what it was for and everything. It was crazy.
It's so interesting how life that you could do that, just automatic, just be going somewhere and go, wait a minute. This used to be my home, or I've been here.
Yeah, well, I kept seeing this mammy coming up out of it. I'm like, who are you?
That is so cool. I love stuff like that.
But it's not like anybody in my family would believe me. So
That's okay.
I didn't say much of anything. I know there's a trapdoor because I see the man.
But the night we couldn't tell our parents things like that. But now our kids can tell us, and our grandkids can tell us, and it doesn't sound so odd anymore. It's becoming more mainstream to be able to talk about your metaphysical experiences.
That's right.
And part of it is people like the YouTube readers and the people out doing what we're all doing right now.
And just talking about their own experiences helps all the kids and everybody else talk about them.
Yeah, my grandkids are so open, it blows my mind. And they're not, well, they might be afraid to talk to their mom about it, but they're not afraid to talk to Annie about it.
And they talk, well, what about this? I saw this. I said, just tell them to go on. If they bother you, ask them not to come. No, I like them there. I said, okay, then just expect to see them.
All these younger kids are having so many more spiritual sightings and experiences. It's an awakening.
It really is. It's a huge
awakening. My daughter's best friend has I think he's like 6 now. And they told me all these stories about that he had this friend he would always talk to. He was seeing things all the time, and he'd say, Mom, my friend's here. And didn't really freak out because they seen ghosts and apparitions or hear things, so it's like an awakening that the veil is thinning with the younger generation. They're more open.
It sure is. They're much more open.
Kind of makes you wonder about those imaginary friends that everybody had as a kid.
Oh, I'm sure they were guardian angels or
whatever,
spirit guides or whatever. I know my older sister had one. I never had a imaginary friend, but I know my older sister did.
I believe you.
And she had it for years.
Yeah. And I would do things my mother would be aghast at, and I've never seen that person again. I don't think it was a person. I think it's somebody came down, just have a conversation with me and go on. Because I felt perfectly safe with them. He says, how dare you talk to somebody you don't know,
But it seemed normal.
I knew that person was safe.
You knew it was safe.
Yeah, he was safe to be with, so.
Cool.
Here's something, I never really delved into it, but what do you think the fear of creatures or snakes underneath your bed as a kid meant?
Well, I had 2 brothers that would grab my legs as I got into bed, so they were the creatures under my bed. I never had any entities other than my bratty brothers.
Had where I didn't want to put my feet down on the ground because I knew it was full of snakes. I did have that.
Did you do that? Did you have?
I never really delved into it, but I remember when I was really young, I was afraid there was creatures underneath my bed.
Just snakes for me.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, like snakes, or I don't like snakes.
No, we don't either.
And I would fall. I'd never land, but I always was falling, and that would scare the heck out of me. I'd wake up before I could land, thankfully.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Don't they say if you land hard, you're dead or something? I don't know.
It never bothered me seeing the lady down at the foot of my bed watching me while I slept, but
I would imagine that would be a comfort, actually.
yeah, I just go, oh, it's you, back to sleep, you know.
Your very own little guardian angel.
My very own
guardian
angel,
ghost.
I wonder if it was things that you were possibly seeing when you're like astral traveling. There might be some scary things, and then you come back and you wake up and you're like, oh, there might be something residue or something underneath the bed. Because I don't remember dreams.
I don't know.
Do you
Because I don't
think?
really remember dreams.
I don't either.
Not in general, I don't.
You know, any kind of scary dreams, but it's kind of weird. I would wake up and I was like afraid there was like ghosts or snakes underneath the bed.
Yeah.
So I think it was more a traveling thing of maybe things you've seen that you're kind of afraid of as a young child.
Could be true. Yeah, that really resonates. That you're bringing those energies back unnoticed. That makes sense.
The unknown you don't know as a young spirit.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me.
I know that all of you are talking in there, and it's really hard to read it because it's small, and I have old eyes. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask if you want to.
But do it all in bold.
Yeah,
so we can see it and she can star it. Be sure and ask your questions. We want to answer.
Oh, you're conversing. Well, you're happy.
We can't. I can't see it. It's so small. It's so small up there. I had an interesting experience, and maybe you can tell me, Scott, who it was or what it was. When my husband and I were living in England, I woke up one night. Our bedroom was pitch dark. I woke up and I couldn't open my eyes. I knew somebody was standing by my bed, and I never opened my eyes. And I was like elbowing David, trying to get him to wake up. He wouldn't wake up. He just wouldn't wake up. But there was definitely an entity standing next to me, and I know that he knew I was awake.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not open my eyes. I was like, put the covers over, and I'm safe. I don't know what it was.
Well, I'm not sure where he was, but I was showing a picture of like a king.
Weird.
Yeah. You know, not like King Edward or
in my house
like that, but you sense it was a male figure?
I sensed it was male. Definitely male.
I'm not sure who or what, but I just shown like a king. You know, like not a warrior, but you know, dressed up like an ancient king. Yeah. That's just making his presence known. That was about it. There was no harm.
I just remember feeling abject terror, knowing that somebody was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew it wasn't a human, too. Somehow. I knew it wasn't a human.
They couldn't hurt you.
Yeah, but I was still terrified. And now that is long before my spiritual awakening, too. This was back in like 2000 no, before 2000, probably 1998 or 99, way back then. It was even before I knew David was psychic, before David knew he was psychic. It was a long time.
I don't know. It feels like a royal figure just popped in. I don't know. If most likely from the area.
Yeah.
But the first thing I seen was like someone dressed up like a king. You know, I don't know. I don't know if it is a king, but it had a royal feel to it. But definitely masculine.
Yeah, that's what I felt. It was masculine. And I can't say that I felt like it was evil or anything like that. I was just terrified because it was somebody in my room in the middle of the night.
No, it's more like, no, this is my property. I'm just going to make myself known. And that was about it. There was just showing you kind of.
That's cool.
Hello. How you doing?
We've had a few channelings like that where, like Ramses, I think it was Ramses the second came, stopped in one night,
Wow.
A couple times that night.
and then Ra stopped
Yeah.
in, and King Arthur. King
Yeah.
Arthur's channeled
Mozart.
information from him. Mozart? I don't
Yeah.
even remember that one.
No, talking to me.
Nice.
We
Nice to
taped
know.
all of those, but I've never listened to them because I don't know how. I don't know how to access them. But we did tape a lot.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions, you guys? Hi, Juno. Hi, Ruth. Warrior Girl, Karen. Nice to see everybody here. Thanks for joining us.
Let's see what Juno
Juno's
asked.
asking if we have anything on a past life for her. I think that's the only question I see.
I'm going to see if anything comes in first. I have your two names written down and see where I can connect there. See if there's anything I can find
Okay.
first.
And after that, Juno.
Do you have any sense of middle southern Africa?
Mm-mm.
This is before you guys met up in Egypt. There's something going on southern, not South Africa, but like it's like you migrated up from a different tribe first.
Interesting.
Okay.
It kind of brought in a more of a sense of community. Your sisters. This is like middle of Africa. There's like a migration up, changing well before the times of Egypt.
Wow. That's a long time ago.
Very.
Yeah, this is, gosh, God, you guys are old. No,
Thanks,
Old
son.
old
Hey,
soul.
bro.
This is probably 5,000 AD or BC. This is way back. So there's like a different
Well, Scott, I think when I saw that being on the that capstone being put on the pyramids, I'm pretty sure that was like 26,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I think
Really?
it's old, that much older than what they're saying.
Our history knowledge is, what, 4,000?
Yeah.
But this is going back, but there's also being shown like a lake, and there's also another pyramid mountain in this area.
Wow.
So this is kind of predating the whole Egypt creation of that. So this is like middle of Africa. There's like a huge lake. Oh, there's a volcano too, but this is also another pyramid mountain there too.
Wow.
So this is another civilization prior to the evolution of
What we know.
a pyramid.
Where were the Sumerians?
That we know of in Egypt.
Where were the Sumerians? Is that close to
Sumerians? They were prior to this. So they were. I'd sense Sumeria was. This is all like India, Pakistan, Mesopotamia, Sumeria. That's where I sense that is.
Right. Are you getting Lemurian energy from that?
No, Lemuria is prior. I'm getting Lemurian.
I wonder if some of them went to mid Africa.
Yes. This is like, well, what I sense is like it's like we all kind of migrated up from when Antarctica wasn't frozen.
Right.
It's kind of like migration up and movement, and then because then I think that's when like Lemuria started. when the Earth started changing from, tilting, and then we had the polar caps,
Yes.
start freezing, and then the Earth started changing continents and whatnot with the water rising, whatever. So it started, like moving up to Australia, but then Lemuria, what I sense is above there, where all those islands are, like Hawaii and all that. It's basically one big continent, but then when it changed, it all became little islands. So that's why I believe Lemuria is. But this is long before this, that I'm talking about. Once Africa got as is, Lemuria is gone, then we have a big Indian Ocean and everything started changing. So I think Lemuria is long before this.
Right.
But then when Lemuria starts, and then we have Atlantis going on, then the pieces of all of these extraterrestrial Anunnakis when that started all these civilizations around
all over the planet.
Egypt, Sumeria, Gobekli Tepe, Peru, Incan, Mayan, just kind of scattered, and then it's expanded from there. And then it's like every China area too, we got all these temples and mountains and energetic areas
all over the planet.
All over the planet, and that's the original, civilization start. That's what I'm sensing here. But as far as you, that's where I sense like your karmic soul connection kind of started back in that area when you collided.
Cool.
So then we go up after that. Your soul elevates up to the Egypt area, and you experienced all the, some different pharaohs and whatnot. You may have been cousins, at certain times, but many connections, and then you leave and go. So where do we go from there?
This is cool.
I'm getting there was also connections. You were involved or around the time of Jesus, Jerusalem and Israel. I'm seeing that. It's like you were in the crowd when Jesus would speak and all those people. I think you were there. I see that.
Actually, I thought.
I do believe you were at Sumeria too. I'm seeing that area. Many of your lives were in Central Europe.
Right.
I am not familiar with any of my lives in Europe.
Well, we're talking
Italy.
France, Spain, those areas.
Yeah, I remember those areas.
Yeah. Not who. Priscilla, I see Heather. I do not see in ancient Greece, but Heather, or who'd I say?
Priscilla's in the other countries.
In Greece.
Yeah, Heather, I'm getting ancient Greece, but you were separated there.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing like Scandinavia north. It's highly concentrated, like France area and whatnot there.
France, Italy, Germany, and England.
Yeah.
Spain. Kind of the middle.
Yeah, most of it there. That's where I'm sensing, and then eventually your soul migrated over the States with the move west.
Like everybody did.
It's true.
That's interesting.
I'm not. It's kind of weird. I never really get many senses of, at least my realm, of people from South America.
Huh.
It's rare. I don't sense a lot of people like a civilization down there. It's never been in my realm.
Isn't that interesting? I wonder why.
I sense a lot. from the ancient place there, Africa all the time, and Pakistan, and that area, India,
Not South America. Interesting.
China, but never have gotten much from South America.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I haven't ever really delved into that. But
It's kind of interesting.
it's like it was kind of, because we always hear about the Mayan Incans in the
Yeah.
Central America, but it's like it was wasteland prior,
Interesting.
all moving west and south. Just never have sensed anything about South America.
That's strange, considering Peru and the Incas and
Yeah,
even
It's
the
like there was-
Aztecs and the Mayans, and they were so far ahead in astronomy and astrology and things like that. They had to have come from Lemuria. That's what I think. As far as when they migrated from Lemuria, I really think South America and way North America. Well, I think they went everywhere. I think they actually went all across the planet. I think that's why we have pyramids and obelisks everywhere. I think those were communication system that was worldwide at one time. I don't know if that's real, but that's what I'm sensing, is that all the pyramids all over the planet were all connected at one time. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them were connected.
Yeah, enough to stay in contact.
As communication. But
It's really
not.
strange.
I get it from an energy point of, different than the energies that we have now. They could control. Well, you know how we believe the pyramid was an energy generator with the water running underneath it and the magnetics of it and all of that. I think they all were, and they all communicated together. I don't know. That's what I get, though.
Yeah, there's some kind of vibration going on with that. I just had some energy go through my forehead about when you were speaking that. I need to get rid of it. Like, whoa.
Sorry.
Back off. Clear me out. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think it would be a confirmation there.
Cool. We like confirmations.
Water. Okay.
So how many people have been affected by, wait a minute, how many people have been affected by the energies that are hitting the planet right now from the sun? All these solar flares.
Big solar flare?
Oh my God. Sleep. Please let me sleep. It's interrupted my sleep habit terribly.
Yeah.
And tired.
All messed up.
Everybody seems to be so tired. Are you guys experiencing that in the chat room too?
Are you all tired? I can stay up all night, but I want to sleep in. And it's the opposite of what I've done most of my life. It's weird.
So, Epiphany.
Okay, let's see what else we got here.
We still have Juno.
Yeah, Juno. You and Oracle, that's Epiphany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
And also Chris, me, and Kay. Would like to know.
Can we have past lives as aliens? Jan's free ask. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you ever dreamed of space or have a fascination of Star Trek, you've been there.
I cannot watch enough Star Trek. I still love it. The Next Generation was my favorite. And this new one, I can't remember the name of the new one. It reminds me of it. It's just.
Yeah, the New Worlds or whatever it's called.
Yes. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's really good too. I liked it because they always went in peace. It was always about cooperation and justice and people getting along everywhere.
But is it the most beneficial outcome for all involved?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I haven't. This one I haven't been affected. Usually, this is supposed to be a big one.
Yeah.
But it went through me. Fine.
And I apologize for our nasal issues today, but we have the Saharan dust just hitting us really hard right now. So
and really allergic.
Yeah. Do you guys, well, you probably don't get it up north, but the islands would get it every summer. These huge, I guess
Mm.
sandstorms from the
Straight
Sahara.
across the oceans, and it just keeps coming. It's unreal. They even have it on the weather maps.
Yes, they do. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can find out about Juno's past life for Juno, because we all get talking and go down rabbit holes. Hi, Spirit Messenger Sheila. Welcome.
Speaking of Greece, I'm seeing Juno as the wife of one of the Roman emperors.
Wow.
Because I'm
Well,
seeing, I'm
Her
being
name
shown.
Juno is pretty Greek.
Because I'm being shown all this dress and a wife. You know, either a wife or a mistress, one of the two. But it's very regal, but it's not like Caesar. It's someone else. But very important. But yeah, definitely, like I said, either wife, mistress, or whatever, but very regal. People worshipped you.
I was going to say, she had a lot of power.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Very respected, very powerful support. It feels more like a wife than a mistress, but because
I'm
of the
getting a
power.
wife.
Yeah, because I'm seeing actual, like you and the husband. This is a powerful man. I don't no clue who, but there's people actually like cheering and bowing.
I think it is a Caesar. I just don't think it's the Caesar. I think it's one
Right.
of the.
It's not the Caesar. I mean, that would be amazing, but no, this is
But I'm definitely
somewhere in that
getting
realm. But it was a powerful figure.
I'm also getting.
So have respect for you, Juno, because you're the woman.
She's the woman.
What do you sense?
She's sensing a general,
or at least the military.
some
person
kind of
involved.
military involved. But
Yeah,
the
he may have
Caesars
been
were.
Yeah,
Weren't the
Caesars were
Caesars-
military, but I'm getting military before he went up. He was in the military first. And that's when she met him.
Could be.
Cool.
Yeah, and then they got married, and he continued on.
I'm definitely getting one of the Caesars.
Yeah,
I just can't remember their names to figure out which one.
I don't remember either.
So many of them.
But yeah, I'm getting a powerful figure.
See, you got the power, Juno. You got the
It's
power.
all inside you, honey.
power.
We've all
Let
been
it
trying
go.
to, and now you know.
No
Yes.
fear.
And it's not a new thing.
No, it's not.
No, you've had it for a long time. Even with everything going on at the same time, you have it.
Oh my God, she's doing research now on the Caesars.
You know she will. I knew that was going to happen.
Is that a coincidence or what?
Wow. Is that a coincidence?
I had no clue.
Validation. Total validation right there.
What she said, because I couldn't read it.
I'm researching the Caesars right now for my videos about each month. Augustus is for August, of course.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
cool.
you'll figure out which one it was. Look at pictures and be like, oh my God, I recognize that one.
I'm getting a yes. It was
Crazy.
Augustus.
Okay.
Really?
This would be good.
I don't know. They're not telling me who.
I was just using my pendulum on Augustus, and I'm getting a yes. Now, I don't personally trust pendulums all that much, 100%, but it's a definite yes.
It's at least a confirmation for, that area and that. Yeah. Ruth, do we need to request permission to speak with you, Juno?
And I get a definite no on Julius.
Yeah, I definitely, he's the most famous Caesar. I definitely say no to Julius.
Yeah.
This is more like I don't feel like Julius was very loyal. to his women.
No, I think
No.
So this
He played around.
this person it would be loyal. This
beautiful.
He didn't need to be.
Right.
He didn't think he needed to be.
That's really cool. Anything else on Juno?
No, for this with all the other energies, I think one's
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
one's plenty. Like we did last time.
Yep. What?
Okay.
Okay. What?
We could toss a couple cards for Juno.
Okay.
Like I did last time.
You want to toss
3
some cards?
for Juno.
I actually brought my Dragon Oracle cards today.
Cool.
I'll pull
Shoot
a
it
card.
out.
No, you weren't Capernia. That's Juno. She says, I wasn't Capernia, who was Julius's wife. Yeah, we know you weren't to her. Well, that's pretty cool.
Well, I had 3 cards fall out. I know I'm always telling you about simplicity and prayers. And you know all about confidence or lack of, right? So this is not a new situation for you. You've got the power, but you don't necessarily have the confidence.
I got the power.
I
You got the power.
I love that. I pulled the Emerald Dragon, brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your 5th dimensional blueprint. Oh, and you can't really see it because he's green and our green screen is stopping it.
Yeah.
But he's a beautiful emerald green. Bummer.
Okay. Juno,
Work if it doesn't put on a card.
do you have another card for her? You good?
I just got the emerald green dragon that looks black.
What you got?
What do you got?
So I pulled 2 cards and I got Juno. I got basically it's the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And it's basically release your fear to open up your spiritual destiny.
Oh,
Wow.
that sounds about right. That sounds very
That
right.
sounds right on.
Just the Ace of Cups is all that's good. It opens up your psychic abilities, your spiritual growth. And the 5 of Swords is that what holds you back.
Right.
You know, that fear.
That fair? The confidence.
Let it go and be, let it go and be a butterfly. That's what I just heard.
Oh, I like that. Let it go to be a butterfly. That's very
Yes. cool. What about?
Who else was next? Was it Chris
Chris.
MK?
Yes, Chris MK.
Well, I seen Epiphany had it up. I had to
Okay, well, let's go to Epiphany. We'll get you, Chris, I promise.
Epiphany.
I'm getting her as a priestess. Where? Another Greece?
I thought that at first too, but I don't think so.
Okay, now I am getting Central America for Epiphany. So this is closer to Panama rather than where Costa Rica or the Mayan Incas were. It feels pre them.
Pre-Incan. Wow.
Almost like early civilizations prior to those types. There's
like the ones that built the pyramids.
This is a long time ago. This is pre-Maya Incan, before those pyramids were built.
Boy, we're going way back today, aren't we?
Yeah, because I'm being shown the Panama Canal, that Central America was actually bigger here.
Right.
I'm seeing extraterrestrial ships. They helped form. There's agriculture here. They helped form. There's actually ideas coming through about building the pyramids and growth for that whole area, and this is crazy.
Keep going.
Sounds Sacrifices.
Where are those? Good Lord, what was that called? The Nazca lines? Was that
Yes,
South
Nazca
America?
lines.
Mhm.
Is that Peru?
That's way down in Peru, up in the
Yeah,
mountains.
there's something similar because this is not in South America, but this is
Central
like
America.
maybe whatever I can't remember the countries, but it feels like more Panama, just above a little bit.
About Brazil.
No,
No,
north of Brazil, way
That's what I
north,
said,
in
above.
the
Way above Brazil. Those little countries.
in the leg is where he's talking about that goes
Okay.
down to South America.
yeah, it's
Central
before South America. But somehow this is about building the civilization as it is prior to,
Wow.
you know, like the, those pyramids that are there now. This is
Mhm.
just prior. It's like knowledge coming in and how they're going to populate and increase the spirituality of the area. It's just before.
Is this the Lemurians or the Atlanteans coming in to do that? Is that what part of their spread?
Mm-mm. I don't get that.
Yeah, this is part of the spread to where it come out. Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting more Lemurian than Atlantis, though, which would fit actually because
Yeah,
it's
it's
on
like
the side.
yeah, like so. What I believe in sense is like when Lemuria started, it's like definitely slow. You know, you build from the ground up. This is like 30,000 years of slow evolutional growth.
Hmm.
So once they had their spiritual attunement and up, they developed a way to, like the Atlanteans was their own little fast growth experiment, but the Lemurians started spreading out throughout the world. But there was help from our extraterrestrial friends
Mm-hmm.
to
Definitely.
have
That's
that
what
growth.
I heard.
Because look, the early civilizations didn't have that technology to create a pyramid
No
or
way. No way.
15,000, 20,000 years ago, whatever it is.
So where do you see Epiphany fitting into this? Because I'm getting her as a priestess of
Yeah,
some
there's
sort.
some kind of gathering of the people and knowledge from above because they're showing me connecting to the extraterrestrial knowledge, and it's just
Crazy.
like the evolution of that era.
Hmm.
There's like a connecting together and getting knowledge from above and the
That's
growth
beautiful.
because it shows like a little community, but then it starts expanding to create the knowledge of the Incas, the knowledge of the creating their own culture, their own
Yes.
you know mm,
From the ground up,
using
literally.
Yeah.
using the astrology of the world and everything, all this knowledge that comes in, but creating their own little
That's
history.
beautiful.
So it's like she feels like she was part of that knowledge coming in and from above.
Mm.
It feels starting small, but then it helps spread out. And
Okay, I have a question. Is she coming from above or was she there
no, she was
on
there.
the ground? Okay,
She was one of the souls created for that area to expand.
right. That's beautiful.
That's what I get. Right or wrong, but that's what I get. Okay.
Wow, that's great.
Good.
Let's draw a card.
Oh yeah, cards for Epiphany. Okay. Epiphany. Card for Epiphany. Now I can't remember who last time we did this. I got someone helping people off of Antarctica.
It's really neat. I pulled the green dragon, helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. And of course, you can't see it. Darn it.
Wow, you can't.
That's terrible. Can I put it in front of Scott? No.
Oh,
Oops.
you got,
I didn't do it.
I did that one.
How
you got
about
that.
putting it in front of
This.
the backside? Yeah. Does it show up?
No.
Nope, it won't show up.
It doesn't. Bummer. Anyway, it's a
Okay.
beautiful card. It has so much detail on it. And of course, it's green and it doesn't show. I'm sorry, Epiphany.
It's probably that green screen you got going on back
It
there.
is.
Yeah. And I got storm. And what I'm getting is that it was kind of a stormy type of life. You were very important. You had lots of information, but they had a hard time believing you, a hard time going along with everything because you were so knowledgeable.
Yeah. And they knew nothing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Irrelevant. Weird. I got 2 9s for Epiphany. 9 of coins, 9 of swords.
Huh.
It to me, it feels like you have a natural instinct. I'll just show them quick. 9 of swords, 9 of what? Winter and autumn.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they offset each other, right? So we got one of anxiety, but one of balance. But I'm hearing it's like you have an innate ability to take negative things into a positive.
Oh, that's cool.
So anyway, cherish the time you have and cherish your blessings. That's what I'm telling you, because they kind of offset each other, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm getting from that, you have an innate ability to take problems and make them positive.
That's pretty cool. Well, she does light language, which
Oh,
is
cool.
kind of interesting. And is Reiki Fire Master, I think is what it's called. And
Nice.
she did a light reading that she posted one day next to a fire. I can't remember if it was a solstice or what, but it was next to a fire. Scott, I could smell the fire. I could smell the smoke
Crazy.
coming from my phone. I was like, wow, this girl's powerful. Who smells a smells a fire on Facebook? That's just crazy. Okay.
Chris?
Warrior.
Hang on, I'm going to tell her the name of the Oracle deck. It's called
Go for it.
Dragon Oracle Cards by Diana Cooper. And they really are beautiful, but I have a real affinity for dragons, so I love dragon cards. Anything dragon.
And Chris?
And Chris MK is our next one.
Okay, I forgot what.
What?
I know that's not the real name. I can't remember. I don't like using fake names.
Chris, what's your real name? Would you type it in, please?
It
makes it so much easier.
I remember too. That's the problem. I just forgot.
And Juno, I can't wait to see your mudras. I am very interested in mudras during meditation, so I can't wait till you start that new series. Sylvia.
Cool. Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much, Sylvia.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sylvia.
So many people, so little time. Okay. E a fly, Y, use my real name. I know, it's like, it's just to focus better of a actual given name it's an easier contact.
It's much easier to contact.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's like, some people have, aliases or whatever. Okay. Today for Sylvia. What else does Sylvia need to know? Where has she been? I think you're an Eskimo in Greenland area. Freezing. I'm being shown the Eskimo. You were working. Because I'm being shown the whale blubber for oil, and this is, gosh,
Wow.
this is probably like 1500s. But yeah, I'm being shown an actual, like, kind of an Eskimo. There's a native look to you. But yeah, like fishing, whales, very basic. There was boats, whale fishing, whatnot. There was some kind of trade going on too, but it looks like you worked making lamps and stuff like that, being shown in Greenland.
I'm seeing walruses too.
Yeah, there's all
And
Yeah.
there's some kind of a trade going on up there.
trade,
With,
yeah, almost like a trading station.
yeah, I think that's one of your lives. It feels like it's around 1500s or so.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
You ever had any fascination with making or loving candles or making candles or something? I don't know. Some kind of weird thing like that.
Well, that's what they used the whale blubber for, so many different things, didn't they? Definitely candles and lamp
Yeah.
oil, stuff like that.
Yes, they did.
And he.
Being
Yeah.
called to Linda G. Okay, Pamela. Go check out Linda G.
No fascination with that or cold. No, I don't have any fascination with the cold either.
Maybe
Like-
that's why you didn't like that. You had enough, but
I
Were
don't
there-
feel like she was a fisherman. I feel like she worked on the land, but she worked with
Yeah.
all of that stuff, but she was not a
Not
fisherman.
the fisherman.
No.
no, I was seeing more. I wasn't seeing. It was like
Going
coming.
out. I
It
see
was
her
like
staying
coming.
on land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, it was like working with that.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Working with it.
Yeah, that's
but
what I
not-
saw
not
too.
fishing for it.
I see it
Yeah.
almost like it was a trading post where she was, type of
Yeah,
thing.
something like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like getting raw product for
Yeah.
finished things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Interesting.
So maybe you're creative, or maybe you had jobs growing up that were making things, of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Something.
Let's give her a card, and then we
Oh,
have
yeah.
a new
Sylvia
question.
Cobb.
Patricia Tyree, if you have time, can you pick up on me as well? So we put her next, unless I missed somebody. Please put your name down again if we missed you. Patricia Tyree.
Yeah, maybe two more, because it takes a lot of energy to get
Yep, I
You know
understand. So
two more at the most, because that takes a lot of energy to try to tap into the past.
She was
Like that.
creative there. In that life, she was very creative. She was taking that raw material
I'm
and
getting.
creating it into something. Because I came up with sexuality, which is creative, and it's also energy for it. So
Beautiful.
yeah, it was extremely creative.
That's cool.
And did some unusual things. So trade for her was really, really very good. Didn't like the cold, but you did good things with what you had, and that people wanted it.
Just out of curiosity, do you live somewhere warm now?
I think it's in the south, if I remember. Texas, maybe.
And then we've
Okay.
got a Susan O as well. So that's the last two, you guys.
Ooh.
Oh, she lives in Tucson. I
Who's
love
that?
it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay. Out of this deck, I got 7 of Cups and the Moon. So, what is that saying to me about 7 of Cups and the Moon? If I was reading on 45, I'd say he's crazy, but with those two, but this is not what it is. Okay. Hidden secrets and passions are within you and to be explored. You can open up your destiny or what you want by just asking. The situation of the moon can give you, it's like howling at the moon, but it's like it opens up a door during the moon cycles.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So this card says that with the moon, powerful intuition, uh, epiphanies. Yeah. So using the full moon, it's like there's a timing there where you can tap in with it's saying. And the 7 of Cups says here, it's like no more procrastinating. So you have gifts within. So the moon is important to you, Sylvie. You can use rituals or writings or whatever during the full moon.
We have a new moon coming up too, right? For new
The
things.
28th. Yeah, the 28th, yes.
I got the Black Dragon from Saturn. Brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate. Focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You've passed the test. And he is actually black. The bottom's green.
You can actually see it.
Yeah, you can actually see the black. He's beautiful.
Okay. And who was next?
Okay.
So, done.
You said Patricia?
The next one was Patricia Tyree.
Patricia Tyree. Patricia. Where has Patricia been?
Oh, where has she been?
Where are you currently from, Patricia? Just curious. Because it may not be that fascinating because they're showing me like the border of Canada and the United States. This feels very current.
Huh.
Current reasoning why. I mean, this may not be fascinating but for some reason they're telling me.
Well, don't they usually tell us what we need to know? Whichever past life comes up is the one that's the most important at the moment.
She did PA, so it may be your last one. Last one feeling possibly, or real recent. I really don't know why they're showing me this. Do you have a fear of drowning? I'm getting why? I don't know why, but I'm getting really anxious. My chest is getting swelled. Across the lake is Canada. I don't know. There's some kind of attachment to drowning or anxieties to the. I don't know why they're showing me this. You were a child. You were tossed aside. You were drowned.
Yeah, I definitely got
It's
the
on the border of Canada and the States. I really don't know why they're showing me this, but there's some kind of fear. that's attached. I don't know if it's from drowning, whatever. They're showing me you were a child that did not live very long and drowned, and it's affecting me because I'm feeling it, getting choked up. There's no oxygen in my lungs. If you have a fear of anything or whatever's going on, try to release it because it doesn't affect you. Whatever you may feel, either authority figures or anything. If you have anything you can think of with fears, just release it, let it go. It does not need to affect you now. Whatever this is, but there's some kind of fear, anger of something that is, there's a reason for this.
Patricia, are you resonating with this? Does this make any sense to you at all, honey?
Like I said, I don't know why, but it's prominent that it was like 4 years old. You're like tossed aside. There's some kind of drowning or murder or something. It's sad because I'm feeling it. And I never like to get news like that, but we've always all experienced something horrifying or whatever. But let's go with cards and see what messages have.
Tell them what you're getting.
I was getting there were warring tribes involved, and her family was massacred. They took her for a short time.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
I feel I was shot. I mean, it could be something like that.
Yeah.
If you were shot, but you fell into the water.
Probably fell in the water and drowned. Yeah.
That makes something sense. Like that. I mean, but I'm getting it right in my chest big time. Like, it was painful. It hurt, but I feel a child.
Well, that could have been the shot.
Yeah, it very well could be, but
as well as not being able to breathe.
But
yeah, they just wiped everybody out.
I just feel like, just realize any fears that you may have, let them go.
She says she thinks she was shot, so that makes sense.
Ugh, weird.
Step away, shake it off. Ring a bell.
Okay.
Thank you, Ruth. You're my hero, Miss Ruth. Have you already got your cards done?
I drew the confidence card. And I don't think it's a
wow. She says she has a birthmark on her left chest the size of an arrow.
Oh my God.
Well, there you go, honey.
Yeah.
That's a past life scar.
Right.
For
there
sure.
You go.
You went. It wasn't a gunshot. It was an arrow.
It was an arrow. You were shot. It just wasn't a gun.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Once when the first day Heather and I ever worked together, we pulled a hatchet and an arrow out of one of our patients, one of our clients from a past life. She was an Indian. I don't remember what type of indigenous that she was, but she'd carried that along for a while, and she knew it was gone. She'd been trying to get rid of whatever was in her back for years. And Heather and I pulled out a knife and a hatchet, and her issue was gone.
Yeah, she could feel it going.
That was pretty strange because that's the first time anything like that ever happened to me. I was really surprised.
So, yeah.
The cards I got here for you, Patricia, I got the Lovers and 8 of Wands. So it's like, it feels like your energy is committed to long-lasting love. You hang on to love, don't know when to release, possibly when you need to, but it's a good trait. So you have energy of good health, good relationships, but sometimes you may hang on too long. But But success of knowing who you are and that lover's connection is a positive thing. So
Beautiful.
I get that.
I got the blue dragon from the Pleiades. Prepares you to accept source healing. I love that. Accept the heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. She's beautiful. I don't know if you'll see her either. Oh, that's one of the better ones.
Yep, you could see it. Yeah, and I had confidence, and I know that you do have confidence, although sometimes it's shaking a little bit, but it goes with his hanging on a little bit too long. You're confident. Your confidence gives the people you're dealing with more credit than they deserve.
There you go. That falls right in line with what he was saying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you remember those shots we got as a kid? I can't remember. Some people got scar from them.
They were.
Remember what that was called?
Yes.
Anyway, I got one on my arm here, the size of
I do
a.
too.
It's like the size of a quarter.
Vaccine?
Is it smallpox or?
Yes, it was smallpox.
Because I actually came down with cowpox.
Yeah, smallpox, and it was a little bitty square. Actually, mine was a little bitty, almost square.
And mine's gone now.
I think mine's gone now.
After this many years, I'd hope.
Mine's the size of a quarter.
Wow.
Oh, mine was.
You had a
about
reaction. Mine was about the size of a dime.
Yeah.
It wasn't very big.
I had a reaction too. I got the disease.
Why did you bring that up?
Come on, because she's talking about because Patricia was talking about the arrow.
Be about a dime
right?
size.
And some people hardly got anything from the shot, but I got one the size of a quarter, and it looks like a bullet hole.
Right.
And I sensed I got shot back in the Old West in my arm, and that could have been the.
That's probably what that is right there. Huh.
It didn't kill me, but I sensed I was shot back in Old West, whether I was like
I can see you in the wild.
Maybe a deputy.
I can see you back there playing with guns, riding horses.
Right, partner.
With your 10-gallon hat on. Okay, who's our last one? It is Susan O.
Susan O. Susan O. Susan. Bless you, Patricia. Susan.
Hi, Dozen Cats. Welcome. Gina M. Welcome. I know there's all these people I haven't welcomed. Maybe I'll get everybody. Yay. Thanks for coming today, you guys. It's always so much fun when Scott's in the house.
Yay. Love you too.
You know we love you.
Okay. I'm not sure what the meaning is, that's Susan, but I'm seeing you had a life in Hawaii.
Cool.
You live near the, I'm seeing volcanoes, some kind of rituals or something, like talking about volcano god or something like this. It's like worshiping to nature in volcano. There's some kind of civilization or group of people that live near a mountain or a volcano. It's really close.
There's a whole mythos about the volcano and the people that worshipped it.
There's a myth about it, whatnot.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but there's a whole. I'm not Hawaiian. I don't remember it, but I've heard the stories about.
Yeah, just do a
Google.
little Google search about any civilizations that lived long ago near a volcano or any rituals or anything like that. It feels special, like this is a thing, or this is some kind of traditions, something in the Hawaiian, or whoever lived back way back when. It doesn't feel active, but it's like I'm kind of getting the reference of oh god, what was that movie? Joe versus the volcano. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I loved it.
So there's something similar to that, whatever. But there's rocks. It's like skipping rocks, or not? I mean, jumping on rocks. These rocks are above the ocean, but you could walk
Mm-hmm.
over them.
Like a bridge.
So I don't know what that means, but they're showing me rocks below. So we got the volcano up, but there's like an island, kinda, some huts, and then but there's some rocks out in like a lagoon, but you could walk over them all.
To where?
I don't know what the meaning is. Well, it seems like people would stand on each one of these rocks, kind of, and then there's
Like in ceremony?
yeah, there's like a ceremony going on. So people would be standing on these rocks, and then there's behind.
Holy crap, I can see it.
There's like a Hawaiian chief or something, and they're doing some ceremony. There's people around, but there's people on the rocks.
Like a coming of age ceremony.
I don't know. There's some kind of ceremony going on with this, but it's a gathering, and it's below the volcano.
Interesting. And the volcano's not active.
No, the volcano's not active. It kind of looks like there might be some bubbling, but it doesn't blow.
Right.
It's kind of active. There's crystals that can be getting from this volcano.
Wow.
So it's like
Why did
they're
crystals
using. It's
Wonder
created,
crystals come up? That's interesting.
something like that. Yeah. There's a song called "Takes About Going to the Volcano, Moving Forward." Susan's intrigued about Hawaii, but there's something about rocks. Yeah. How long ago was this?
Coming of age.
How long ago was this? I'm being shown a 600. I don't know if it's 600 after 680 or 1600. There's this. All I'm getting is a 600. I'm not sure what that means.
Pele. That's what I was thinking of. Worshipping the goddess Pele. But isn't she the goddess of the one that's, what is it, on Oahu or Hawaii? The big volcano over there now.
When was that? Worship of the
goddess Pele. Pele. P-E-L-E. That's who I was remembering from back when I was a kid. I think I read the book Hawaii, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Remember Michener's books? He did one on Hong Kong and one on China, one on Hawaii. Wasn't it
James Michener? I don't know.
I think that's where I heard it from, was a book.
Active worship deity in Hawaii. When was that?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up. Goddess of the volcanoes and fire. This very well can be it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a book in 1929. Legends.
Yeah, but much older than that. She's a legend. James Michener. Yep, I loved his books too.
Well, I don't know when the time frame is, but that feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something to do with something like that. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Chance. Sweet. I had no clue about this. Any worships? I don't have a clue about Hawaii or anything, volcanoes or anything. Pretty cool.
I read that book, so I'm sure that's where it came from. So, what is that for?
Noise.
The last one? Oh, okay. Are we ready to pull a card?
Oh,
yeah,
card. Yeah, I don't think my energy can take another one.
Yep, that's good. Yeah. That's fine.
I pulled the return of spirit, and I have a feeling it has to do with the
that's cool
ceremony that they were doing.
Right.
Returning, showing that they are that goddess's people. So I think that ceremony had something to do with
Aries girl.
That's cool.
So when I'm on someone else's channel, I just forward the post on my community. So no, I didn't say anything today, but anyway.
But yeah, return of spirit. So I think that it had the ceremony has something to do with returning and showing how much they cared for her.
That's cool.
Sweet. That's very cool.
I've got the rainbow dragon. Brings the leap of joy that opens doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, and accept opportunities. Yay. Guess what? Where the black is green. I'm not having much luck today with these cards and their colors.
And did you get anything?
There's so many things that have happened. Can you imagine the history of time and everything that's happened?
It's unbelievable. And it's even more unbelievable to think that it's all happened at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
parallel lives.
You're right. That is so incredible. What'd you get?
Kind of weird, Susan. Oh no. Stabilize. Okay. If you take, maybe you ought to get yourself a volcanic rock or something, huh?
No, did you see that? She says if you take a volcanic rock off the islands, you're plagued with bad luck. Tourists mail them back to Hawaii. That's the same thing with conch shells. Conch shells here in Key West, you don't bring them in your house. They're bad luck. You can have them outside, but you don't bring them in your house.
You can go to Mount Shasta and buy some of the opals and not have any problem.
That must be with the Pele. She didn't want you taking her lava.
I guess.
Well, I got two weird cards for you. It was Susan, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last one? Yeah. So I got Susan. 9 of Wands and 7 of Wands. It's all about protecting your eternal energy. It's kind of like fighting for what you believe in, but also protecting yourself. So if you get like negative energies or negative people around you, just put up that boundary shield, it feels like, with these two. These are all about boundaries, protecting yourself, and being assertive and being within your own power, but having that shield.
Your boundary.
If you're in my space or you're not in my vibrational set, just send them on your way.
Right.
That's what that's all about.
Yeah.
It's like protecting your eternal energy. And if someone wants to get in your face, don't back down and say, you're in my zone. Back off.
Good advice.
Maybe that's what we need your. It's like some people I've noticed wear a nice crystal or something as a necklace. Maybe if you go out to, grocery shop or whatever, just put your crystal on or have a crystal on you. They'll project your aura of confidence with your crystals of being from that, what do you call that? That ritual zone that you mentioned there, or someone mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that. We keep a protective shield around us whenever we leave the house.
Yeah.
We just
And then there's a
automatically do it around us in our car
Mm-hmm.
for the
it's
most benevolent outcome. For the most benevolent outcome. Absolutely.
That's right.
When I make my deliveries, I kind of do a COVID scan. Any COVID?
Oh, you need to these days. It's getting
You
rampant
don't know
again.
what's going.
It's really getting rampant again.
But protect me.
Right.
Yeah. Amen.
Everybody,
Thank you guys for coming today. We're going to have to sign off pretty soon, but I want to do a card for what we need to know for the rest of the week for everybody, if that would be good.
Sure.
And Aries girl, thank you for the compliment. I love my pink hair.
Susan
And I love my crystal.
said that kind of makes sense. She has some family members that have betrayed her.
Interesting.
Who what?
She says, this makes a lot of sense. I have had family members betray me and am struggling, but I will be okay. Yes, you will be okay. You stand in your truth and your power, and you put that
Truth
shield
and
around
power.
you.
Yeah.
Same with cutting bad people out of your life. Absolutely. Let them go.
I surround myself in a dome of white light protection.
And make sure you realize that you are worthy.
Yep.
You are all worthy.
Yep.
That's what you need to remember. You deserve the goodness.
We all do.
Worthy.
Absolutely. Thank you, warrior girl. Let's see what we've got here for everybody. Okay, I've got the Alpha Dragon. Harnesses the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old, visualize your dream, and help to manifest a new world with that new moon that's coming up. Awesome.
Cool.
Weird. I grabbed my cards here to see what Oracle of the Day.
Okay.
So I got believe what's in front of you, and then light and Reiki energy. I'm trying to think what that means for today. I think it maybe goes more towards with Susan, light energy, staying in your own power and your staying light, but believing what's in front of you. Believe what's in front of you.
I think that could go for all of us, honey.
Yeah, don't assume that everybody's on your side.
Amen.
Because they aren't.
Nope. You're
I
the
think
only
I made this
on your side.
besides seeing UFOs and whatnot. This card I made for, I think it's like you're seeing the signs, but you're not reacting.
Right.
You're holding on to something where you shouldn't, but you're seeing the signs as like, let's just say my woman ain't calling me, she's ignoring me. Well, there's your sign. It's over kind of feeling,
Yes.
So it's like
sometimes,
right? So it's like with anything with our family, but it kind of made sense with Susan's too. It kind of goes in the same realm.
It does.
Your family members or whoever are treating you like crap. Step up to your power. Do a little light work. That bubble of protection, and you're good.
And that actually applies to everybody here.
Sure. All of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
It absolutely does. Great cards.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say before we check out?
Nope.
No?
Stay in your power. I think a good message today is what was Susan. Stay in your power and surround yourself with love and light.
Absolutely.
And when you go out to the grocery store, put that bubble of protection around you.
Right.
Good advice. We do it
Especially
every
now.
time. You guys, thanks for coming today. And I
Thank
hope
you.
you'll join us again on Tuesday when we talk about basically the basics of spirituality to help kind of reboot.
Yeah.
So it should be an interesting show. And Scott, I hope you'll come back next month, if not
Sure.
sooner.
If you're not
Do
too
it
tired.
again.
We always love to have you. You know that, son.
We can do a once a month gig. You betcha.
Anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you on Tuesday. And thanks so much for stopping by today.
And sending lots of love.
We love you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share too. We could sure use our channel growth.
Right. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You have to do it. My button doesn't work. I forgot.